In this video, we will teach you what a busy student needs to know about the finance and cash flow page and 2 easy steps to always pull it off successfully. Now warning, we've been really good about keeping these short, but this video is a little longer. If you want to cruise ahead, feel free to skip to the easy steps part of the video. Instead, if you like finding out why you're doing these steps, stick with the introduction part of the video. The finance and cash flow page has these areas: sources of additional cash like stock in issue and debt, uses for excess cash like debt repayment, dividends, and stock repurchases, and the performance credit rating measures. We will call them cash in, cash out, and important. You might have thought that I would point out the ending cash, but nope, it's not important. Wait, you say, isn't cash king? It isn't. Credit rating is. Why? Because credit rating is one of the 5 scoring metrics, and cash, quite simply, is not. In Glo-Bus, the participant's guide says that credit rating is determined by 3 different things. Fortunately, if you cover just 2 of them, then the 3rd one will take care of itself. Both of these determinants of credit rating are found on the important box in the bottom right-hand corner of the finance and cash flow decision page. The first one, debt to equity, is a ratio. It does not just represent debt. If you have too much debt, this ratio will be really big and your credit rating will be poor. But what if your debt is too low? Well, then you run into a different but very common problem with Glo-Bus students. If you pay off all of your debt and fund everything with equity, another of the scoring metrics, return on equity, will go down. Remember, return on equity is profit divided by average equity. Equity is what you get from selling shares and making profits. If you pay down all of your debt by inflating equity, then your ROE will go down. That's why it's a balance between credit rating and ROE. You need to have some debt as you grow your company, just not too much so that your credit rating falls off the tracks. The second important credit rating measure is current ratio. Current ratio is current assets, think mostly about ending cash here, divided by current liabilities. Think about short-term debt. This is another reason why we focus on credit rating and not cash. Cash is already taken care of if we focus on credit rating. Now that we've figured out the only 2 things that are important on the finance and cash flow page, let's learn how to control credit rating using cash in, cash out. Cash in is pretty much getting loans and selling shares. For more advanced strategies, use a mixture of loans and selling shares to get the cash you need, presented in other videos. But if you are in a rush and you can easily stick to the 10-year loan. Cash out means paying off previous debts, giving out dividends, and selling shares. But again, we like to simplify this for the time-taxed student. So let's use only stock repurchase. Now that you know everything you need to know as background, here are 2 easy steps. Step 1. Pick a credit rating target, one that is balanced with return on equity or ROE. We generally recommend a lower credit rating earlier on and ending credit rating as high as it can be. Step 2. Adjust your cash in and cash out to meet the targets you choose. In this example, the student simply changed the 10-year debt and stock repurchase until the debt equity percentage and current ratios on the page were the same as the chosen targets. It looks like this altogether. Now for the summary. Credit rating is more important than cash. There is a balance between credit rating and return on equity. And there are 2 easy steps to the finance and cash flow page. You pick your credit rating and you adjust your cash. If you like this content, please like it. If you want the free Glo-Bus forecasting sheet to easily and correctly fill in those pesky red numbers at the bottom of the marketing pages, subscribe and then hit the link in the description.